Once your software process is written down and everyone's been trained and you have the right skill sets, SQA spends time on auditing whether or not the process is being followed. Doing this effectively requires looking at the artifacts or written things that are produced by the process. A well-defined process creates some piece of paper, some artifact after every process step. The reason for doing this is the old saying that if it's not written down, it didn't happen. Audits allow you to say, yes, indeed it happened because we found something written down that was produced as a result of a process step. Therefore, the process step happened. It's important for efficiency that artifacts be lightweight but useful. Think of artifacts as a piece of paper that documented an arrow on the V process diagram actually happened. That does not mean it has to be a 100-page report. Sometimes a simple spreadsheet or even a photo of a whiteboard suffices, but there should be something that someone other than the people who did the work can look at to say, yes, that step got completed. Once you've determined that the process is actually being followed, at least at that level, you might want to do some process quality audits. That involves whether the step got done effectively rather than just a box check. You can get some information from the quality of the written artifacts, if you have a form where all the required fields filled out and so on, but you might also do internal consistency checks and traceability. Notice that these are not deep technical evaluations because the people who are doing the technical work are supposed to be able to do that, but rather some sanity checks to make sure that the technical people are assumed to be working in good faith, but sometimes they get busy or they get distracted or they get pressure and they skip some pieces. The point of these audits is to know whether or not they're skipping some pieces so that whatever caused that can be fixed. Some information can be indirectly obtained via process-related metrics. A classic one is, are defects escaping to a later process stage? By that, I mean if bugs are escaping to system test that should have been found in unit test or peer review, then you have some knowledge that there are some process quality issues back up in the unit test or peer review stages. SQA typically keeps those metrics and asks those kind of questions. Another way to monitor the quality of the process execution is sample direct observation. For example, every once in a while, someone from SQA could randomly attend a peer review to see how it's going. Overall, it's not SQA's job to babysit the engineers and make sure they're being good engineers, but rather to keep an eye on the health of things to find out if there's some sort of dysfunction so that it can be addressed and matters can be improved.